You've been learning about the emotion code and trapped emotions, and you're ready to find out how to clear a trapped emotion from your body. That's what you're going to learn today. Hi, I'm Ann Hession. I'm a medical intuitive and energy practitioner and a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. And today I'm going to show you how to clear a trapped emotion from your body. So by now, you should know that a trapped emotion is a ball of energy that's trapped in your body from some time in the past when you felt a particular emotion, but your body didn't fully process that emotion at the time, so the energy of it got stuck in your body. And I want to emphasize this point because I find it's a completely new thought for most people, and that is that emotions are a physical body phenomenon. They are generated by our physical bodies, and they have to be processed by our physical bodies. And when they're fully processed, then we just move on and the emotion is gone, right? We feel it and we move on and feel something else. But it's when we don't process them fully for whatever reason that the energy of that emotion gets stuck in your body. And what happens then is it forms into a ball, a sphere of energy, and it takes up residence in some part of your body. And now you have this ball of energy resonating at the frequency of a certain emotion. Let's say it's abandonment. And the cells in that area of your body, maybe it's your heart or your lungs or somewhere in your digestive tract, maybe it's your shoulder, those cells are being affected by that lower unhealthy vibration of that energy, of that emotion of abandonment. And they become entrained to that vibration. And that over time will start to cause dysfunction, pain, maybe lowered immunity or circulation, any number of different types of dysfunction in the body. Now, in an earlier video in the series titled The Emotion Code Explained, How Do You Know If You Have Trapped Emotions, I walked you through how to use the sway test to find out if there's a trapped emotion underlying the health or life issue that you're dealing with. So if you haven't watched that one yet, you may want to go back and watch that first and then come back here so I can show you what to do about it. But if you're already familiar with using the sway test to get a yes or no answer from your subconscious mind, or you already know how to do muscle testing or how to use a pendulum to get an answer, then let's move right along now to how you identify the trapped emotion and how you release it. What you need is your handy-dandy copy of the Chart of Emotions, which you can find a number of places. It's in the Emotion Code book by Dr. Bradley Nelson, who created this amazing healing modality of the Emotion Code. You can download the Chart of Emotions from the link that's in the top pinned post under this video, and you can also just watch the video for now because I'm going to start showing you that chart right now. So this is the Chart of Emotions developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. You'll notice that they're grouped by column and row to make it very easy to quickly find which trapped emotion it is that we're dealing with. I'll demonstrate that in a moment, and also you'll see in the column on the left there are organs and glands that are associated with the different emotions. Do you remember earlier when I said that emotions are a physical body phenomenon and they're generated by our physical bodies and they have to be processed by our bodies? So these organs in the chart, they're not necessarily where the trapped emotion will be stuck in your body. What they are instead is that they're the organs and glands that actually generate the different emotions. The liver and gallbladder, for example, in row 4, those generate emotions like anger and frustration and resentment. The heart and intestine generate abandonment and betrayal and insecurity. The lungs and the colon, you'll see in row 3, generate grief and sadness and self-abuse and so forth. Now, don't get too hung up on that part for now, but I just wanted to explain what you're seeing in the chart. So, how you identify and clear a trapped emotion for yourself is very simple. First, you're just going to ask your body if you have a trapped emotion. To get your answer, you can either do muscle testing or the sway test. Or if you're familiar with using a pendulum to get answers from your body and your subconscious, you can do that. I'm not going to go into using pendulums in any more detail in this video, but I will do one on that soon. So pick your method and then ask yourself, ask your subconscious, do I have a trapped emotion? Honestly, it's just about impossible that you don't, because you're human. So if you don't get a yes, it's probably that you just haven't really learned the skill of muscle testing thoroughly yet. No worries, it does take some practice. So if you were trying that and you didn't get a yes, you may want to go back to a simple sway test at first. So once you get that positive answer of a yes, which with the sway test is just a gentle, subtle shift forward when you're standing up and asking the question, Then the next step is to use the chart of emotions to find out which emotion it is. This chart has 60 emotions on it, but it's designed to help you identify the right one with just a few questions. First, ask if it's in column A. If you get a yes, go ahead and ask also if it's in column B. If you get a no in column B, you're good. You can be confident it's in column A. But you're new to this, so it might happen with the testing that you also get a yes for column B, or you get a no for both, or you just don't think you're getting anything clearly. No worries again. In that case, it's just because you're brand new to this and everyone else started exactly where you are. Take a few minutes, try using the sway test, just asking questions that you know the answers to already, and fine-tune what you're noticing, and just get that it is very subtle. That subtle sway forward for yes or backward for no, that's all you're looking for. You might want to go back and review the Emotion Code Explained, How Do You Know If You Have Trapped Emotions video, until you feel a little more confident, and then come back. But let's figure you got your yes for either column A or column B. You just eliminated half the options already. Now, ask if it's in an odd-numbered row. If you get a yes for that, great. You just eliminated rows 2, 4, and 6. And of course, if you get a no, then you ask if it's in an even-numbered row, and you get a yes for that, and you instead eliminated rows 1, 3, and 5. Let's say your answer was that it's in one of the even-numbered rows. So ask if it's row 2, or row 4, or row 6. And you should get a yes for one of those and a no for the other 2. And again, if it's a little unclear, you're brand new to this, you're learning it, be patient with yourself and keep trying and fine-tuning your sense of the yes or no. It is subtle and it will always be subtle, but you will get better and better at the skill of discerning the difference. All right, now let's say you got a yes for column A, row 2. So can you see that in just a few questions you narrowed it down from 60 emotions to just 5. Once you get good at it, it'll just take you a few seconds to do that. Now you simply ask one at a time. Is it anxiety? Is it despair? Is it disgust? Is it nervousness? Or is it worry? One of those should test strong as a yes and not the rest. Now, I will point out one possible issue here. If you get a no on all 5, first you just want to double check. Is it column A, row 2? If no, just backtrack and see where you're off. But if you get a yes, yep, it's really column A, it's really row 2, and your testing is all clear and good, then it could be that you got a no for all 5 because this trapped emotion is inherited. Yes, we can actually inherit these trapped emotions from one or the other of our parents at conception. And when you get a no for all 5, that's usually the reason. So what you would do in that case is ask, is it an inherited emotion? If you get a yes, then you just go through the 5 emotions again, and this time, one of them will test positive as a yes. So, now you have your trapped emotion. Let's say you determined that it was anxiety, and it's either yours or you inherited it. Now what do? It's so simple. You aren't going to believe me. It could be this simple, but it is. You have been able to find this trapped emotion because you've asked for it and because you're ready to release it. All you have to do is swipe either your hand, or you can use a magnet if you like. It could be anything, just a simple little magnet, even a refrigerator magnet, along some part of the governing meridian of your body with the intent to clear the trapped emotion. Now the governing meridian, it runs through the midpoint of your body. It goes along your face and up over your head and down your spine and around, okay? But you only have to swipe along some portion of it, not the whole thing. So what's easiest when you're working on yourself is to simply swipe from your forehead over the top of your head like this, okay? Just like that. It's very simple. You don't have to be touching yourself, just to be out an inch or 2 and you're fine. When you're working on someone else, it's just easiest to swipe down their spine instead. You don't have to be touching them or your own skin in either case. It can be an inch or so out and you would just swipe down their spine. For most trapped emotions, you just need to swipe 3 times. And again, you want to hold the intent in your mind to release or clear the trapped emotion. If you happen to have come across an inherited trapped emotion, and some of you that might happen your first time, then instead you need to swipe 10 times, not 3. Why? I don't really know. I just know it works. So go ahead, swipe away, and before you know it, you just released your first trapped emotion. Now I told you it was so simple, you might not believe me, but it really is that simple to first identify the trapped emotion using the chart of emotions from Dr. Nelson, and then to release it for good, just using your hand or a magnet. along the governing meridian of the body. Great job. You did it. I hope that was valuable for you. I have so much else to share. See you next time.